If you're after a suburb that feels like a rainforest retreat, crop cage next to me, Ivan's Walk behind me, but still 10 minutes from Cairns CBD, Bayview Heights might be the low-key investment gem that you've been sleeping on. Big block homes, solid rent returns, hardly anything on the market. So let's take a stroll through one of Cairns' most chilled out hillsides and why this might be the smart spot to park your money. Hey, I'm Oliver, the Value Adds Buyers Agent from Insighto. I help everyday investors grow their property portfolio through design tweaks and smart suburb picks like this one. When Bayview Heights here today, leafy, quiet, and full of locals who don't want to leave. But there's one thing, it also has some pretty tasty numbers for property investors. So I'm here with Josie from Inspire Real Estate up in Cairns. Josie, tell me, what are you seeing happening in the Cairns property market at the moment?
Well, we're seeing a lot of investors from down south looking to buy property up here in Cairns. It's just a great place to invest. A lot of people are migrating from down south as the prices get higher. Property is still strong here. We've got lots of good rental returns and overall great people.
And in terms of offers of what you're seeing, especially with that investor activity really picking up, how many offers are you seeing come through?
Honestly, it really depends on how the property is presented in full transparency. It can range anywhere from 1 to 15 offers, just depending on the property.
What's the most you've seen?
Probably 15, 15.
How do you filter through that?
It can be a bit challenging just dealing with so many different people and different names and stuff like that. But when we know that a property is going to get multiple offers, we sort of say to our buyers, it's your best and put your best and final forward. There's not really much room for negotiation when there's that many people interested. What's
a vibe here? Bayview Heights sits up against the mountains. So you've got rainforest on one side and on the other, views over Cairns, Trinity Inlet, and some of the best breezes in town happening right now. It's mostly owner-occupied homes, older homes with a bit of charm, a bit of wear and tear, and newer ones coming slowly in. But locals love it for its peace, proximity to town, and family-friendly feel. The shops, the parks, the schools, it's generally all there. But it's not a flashy suburb, it has everything that you need. So in terms of property, here's what you need to know. It's going to cost you about $650 and rising to get into Bayview Heights. The rents are about $570 to $650 depending on type of appeal of house. And that's actually giving you quite a standard yield, especially in a suburb with these right dynamics. And let's get this, there's 0 units. So you're effectively just buying a home. No apartments, no units, no oversupply, no short stay drama, just solid family homes on large size blocks. Do you reckon houses with pools add a bit more value or command a bit more of a premium out here?
Absolutely, I think especially as we reach into those hot summer months, a lot of people are looking for houses with pools, especially if they have young kids as well.
Any no-goes, any red flags when it comes to pools?
Not really, nothing that really sticks out. I prefer concrete pools over fiberglass.
And that's a fiberglass?
This is a fiberglass, yes. But in saying that, any pool that you can get is great.
So Bayview's got a high socio-economic score, which just means that people are doing generally all right financially here. They've got access to the good jobs, to education, to healthcare, and it's quite stable to be in here. Only about 16 people are renters, which tells you that this is a spot that people generally settle in and not just pass through. So if you're buying a rental, you're filling the gap in the market, you're not competing with a heap of other landlords. Tell us where we are. We are in
Bayview Heights. We're in the lower Bayview Heights, so pretty much just Bayview at the moment. Cruising down Two Good Road. So Two Good Road is the main sort of street in and out of Bayview. Busy street, plenty of owner-occupier long-term properties.
What do you reckon of Peridot Street?
I think it's a good one. It's just down this way actually. So we'll go and take a little drive.
So it's a 3x2x2
Yep.
with a second bathroom outside just next to the pool. Apparently the previous tenants were getting 685.
Wow, that's a strong return. Not unachievable, not totally unrealistic, sorry, but definitely on the high side.
See, we're driving through here. What do you feel of that?
A strong owner-occ prospect in this suburb. A lot of Italian people purchased in this area when they first came to Cairns many years ago. So to see properties in this area for sale, you're usually looking at old, solid block homes. Majority of the time renovated. Minor renovations. Sometimes if they've been given a real good spruce up, they go absolutely bananas on the rental market.
What's a good spruce up?
So people want to live in properties that are functional. If you've got a vanity or a bathroom that it looks like it's had its day, it's going to turn people off. It's going to turn off quality tenants. Things like having renovated areas of traffic. Kitchens and bathrooms, even if it's just a spruce, new bench tops, new tapware, new handles. People just like that. It just goes to show that there's been a little bit of effort put in. If you've got a fresh coat of paint, you can get away with an older kitchen. Just a little bit of effort, it goes the mile, really.
What we've got to be careful though, you've got certain pockets which are not the greatest pockets. And this is where it gets interesting. There are very few homes on the market.
We can sort of head into Woree, which is where there's a fair few sort of properties that I feel would be worth checking out.
Yeah, Woree has a pretty bad rap for...
Yes. It's certainly not like the worst of the... There's some really nice areas, like pockets. The problem with Woree is that there is a lot of lower socioeconomic people living in the area. It's always been like that. And it just isn't getting any better. Not to say the whole suburb is like that. Crime rate in the area, this area, probably one of the highest in Cairns.
Woree, as per se. What type of crime are we looking at?
Attempted break-ins, stolen cars.
I get concerned
that they're...
when you see multiple cameras out in a house like that.
I feel like it's the norm.
So I guess the lesson takeaway here in Woree, not the best pockets of Cairns, lower socioeconomic, the crime rate being quite the highest in Cairns. But from a value perspective, if we're spotting the streets that are tightly held, owner-occ, street appeal is fantastic, like we've just seen in the middle. Value proposition of enterprise price point in comparison to the next door neighbour of Bayview Heights. That's potentially where that value. Properties is getting snapped up fairly quickly, not in a frenzy way, but steady. Owner-occupiers are coming back in, we've got investors coming in, and there are barely any builds happening, and that's exactly the mix you want as an investor, with tight supply, healthy demand, and not a whole heap of homes flooding into the market. So your game plan, stick with houses. You literally don't have a choice. There are no units. That's a fantastic thing. Families want space, and you'll be able to deliver it with a housing stock here. Long-term rental strategy, rental yield of about 5s and only getting better. Vacancy rates are quite balanced, and you'll get reliable tenants in by making sure you're going through tenant selection in a watchful eye. Now, affordability, your affordability is sitting at that 31-year mortgage mark. Sweet spot where we want to be in. Renters are still paying here, so we've really got to make sure that we're keeping an eye for quality of rentals, quality of tenants coming in.
So we're sort of heading up into the upper area of Bayview now. So this is where you have more double-story, bigger sort of prospects with pools, probably more turnover here because people are sort of capitalising on that growth.
Houses just feels a lot larger too.
The whole, it just kind of elevates as soon as you get to this spot. Villa Street's a good one, very tightly held street. This is, ironically enough, called Bayview Street in Bayview. So a bit of a flagship street, and you can see beautiful wide street, but definitely older sort of properties.
What is so exciting about being in Bayview Heights?
Bayview Heights is one of my favourite suburbs in Cairns. You've got more established homes, but you're nice and close to the city. Very family-friendly, owner-occupied suburb, which is great. You also have properties like this that are on quite large blocks, which is fantastic, so close to town.
So, is Bayview Heights going to double in value overnight? Probably not. But if you're after a stable, high quality suburb with tight supply, good rental returns, and the rainforest at the tip of your back door, this is probably that safe, smart play that you want to be doing. So thinking about investing here, drop in a comment. If this has helped you out, give it a like, a subscribe. We've got a bit more of a laid back, data-backed suburb deep dives coming soon. So catch you on the next one.